So what is a good NFT project? In today's video, I'm going to break down why I actually believe it's who tells you about the project that actually defines if it is good or not in your eyes. Now look, I'm editing the video right now, and I know you cheeky little degens want some info about some projects that I'm currently looking at, all that kind of stuff. First up, KPRverse. That website is hot, it's crazy, people are fiending for it. If you can get into that, get spots for that. That looks like a great project. TBD, this thing is going nuts. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. TBD. Also, another one is Ether. Everyone that I know wants to get into Ether is a fiend for getting into Ether, so that's good. You've also got VALHALLA. That is an application process, so pretty hard to get into. Then my boy Amir Hussein, Dark Labs, getting into that is going to be hard. But fill out those application forms for that, that's good. But something I wanted to touch on is NFT Boy. The reason I'm going to throw him in, and this will kind of touch on later in the video, is the fact that it's not just projects to look for, but look for people that have good track records, people that are making good decisions, people that are well connected. If you get in with those people, you can then end up finding these projects before they actually get hot. I get DMs all the time by people going, hey, follow this project, it's hot, it's getting in, it's gonna be new. Jump in, you can get in early, you can get that stuff because you can get that early alpha because you're following the right people. So someone like NFT Boy, he's super well connected, he's doing the right things. So he's not necessarily a project, but he's someone that's good in the space that I think you should definitely get across. So anyway, back to the video. So the reason I think it comes down to who is telling you about the good project is because for me, a good project is a project that can mint out, that can sustain a level above mint price, but also be a project that has the potential to kind of flip and build some relationships later. I am a flipper, I am a trader, but I do have a little bit of a longer horizon, and I like to build some great connections within the space. And if I can move into a project that can maintain its value so I can liquidate it if I need to, but also build some really good relationships, then that's what I perceive as a good project. That's the way that I like to look at it. But when I see a project that has crazy hype that I have a whitelist spot for, man, that's a good project for me. Now for others, they don't have a long-term mentality. They are just in a straight flip mindset. Now for them, a good project is a project that has a lot of attention, that they can get a lot of spots on, that is exclusive, that is going to generate them a return. And then lastly, you also don't have traders, you have long-term investors, people that believe in a team and what they're going to do and are willing to hold on for 1, 2, 5, 10 years. So with this in mind, you can essentially have two projects that can be good in the eye of that kind of trader and that person's mentality, but be a bad project in the eyes of someone else. A flipper doesn't care about a valuable Web3 business, doesn't care about the returns that are going to happen 1, 2, 3 years down the line. That's a bad project for them. They care about the returns right here, right now. For someone that is into it longer term, they don't care about the hype and what's going to happen short term because they want this to build up and be sustainable longer term. So what you need to do is you need to have a look at the mentality of the person that is actually giving you that recommendation of a good project. If they are a flipper and a trader and you're a long-term investor, then I wouldn't look at that project or take notice of that project. You need to align yourself with people that are making the trades the way that you trade, and then when they point out a good project, then it's going to align with what you want, and then it is going to be a good project to you because good is subjective and it's in the eye of the trader. Okay, so let me give you an example. So back in January, Antonym was popping off. They had a very cool design language. They had a pitch deck that was unlike anything we'd ever really seen in the space. They also had these interview kind of process. So they would essentially do these interviews with people to get them on board to mint the project. Now, this was all before the mint price and drop structure came out, and people were hyped on Antonym. We all thought this was going to be the next big craziest thing. But then what happened is they said that they were doing a Dutch auction, and at that point it wrecked the momentum. People were salty, people weren't happy, and it kind of changed the mindset and mentality of Antonym. Now I'll break down why I brought up this as a specific example. Before the drop, everyone was hyped on it, so those short-term traders and short-term kind of flippers saw the advantage of having Antonym in their whitelist portfolio, going, hey cool, I'm going to make a gain, I'm going to make some great returns, this is going to be sick. Those people that had actually looked at the project as a long-term hold and potential saw the business model, the business plan, and were like, hey, this looks good, this may actually play out to my advantage. But we didn't have the information about the drop structure. At this point in time, Dutch auctions weren't looked favorably upon. Azuki did quite well, but after that, people didn't really like the Dutch auction structure. So what happened is it turned everyone from going, hey, this is a great project because I'm going to make these great flips, I'm going to have these great long-term holds, and the sentiment behind the project has changed. So everyone had said that this is a great project, but they didn't have all of the information. What I'm getting at here is that if I make a video like this right now, talking about a project, I'm going to be talking about it from my perspective, my point in time, right here, right now. But as soon as I hit publish, as soon as this video goes live, the market can change, people can change, the project can change, the founders can change. What this means is it means that after you have put out this information going, hey, it's a great project because of A, B, C, D, D might get ripped off, C might get changed. And what this means is it means that those that are looking at older content, older pieces of kind of posts, older things like that, they're getting wrong information, not because the person has intentionally put out wrong information saying that this is a good project, but because what has made it a good project in the first place has actually changed, and now it isn't a good project. Now, the reason that I want to kind of bring this up in particular along with Antonym is for one reason. It's the reason that I'm seeing more and more people asking, what's a good project? What's coming up? What should I look at? What should I mint? And it's very hard for me to say, hey, this is a great project without understanding who they are as a person, who they are as a trader. I'm not giving out financial advice, but the idea is that if you are a flipper and you don't plan on holding anything, then it's very hard to kind of tell you what a good project is without knowing what the hype's going to be like sort of a day before mint, what their drop structure is going to be like, what their mint price is like. If you mint a project at too high of a price, the project isn't going to do well for a flipper. For the long-term holder, it might work out, it might be fine. But for those people that want to just make those quick gains, it's not a great project. The dynamics change. I wanted to bring this up because I want you to kind of have a deep dive into who you are as a trader, how you actually move in the NFT space, how you like to invest, and work on how you can align yourself with similar people. Because aligning yourself with similar people that are making similar trades to you, you're then going to have a better indication of what is a good project and where to spend your time and attention. Right now in the market, a lot of people are going to say that the market's dead, NFTs are dead, nothing's working. But the fact is there are some great projects dropping. There are some great opportunities for flippers and long-term investors. There are some great things out here, but it's very hard to navigate through the noise of the NFT space, navigate through Twitter. That is chaotic. But if you can align yourself with those right people, you're then going to end up finding some great projects that align with what you're doing. Hence why I said at the start of the video, you should go follow someone like NFT Boy and see what he's doing, because he's very well connected. He knows what he's doing. If you see what he is liking, what he's following, who he is interacting and engaging with, you're then going to get a little bit of that early alpha, and then maybe you can align with someone. The reason that I wanted to bring him up as a part of the start of the video is to kind of show you the fact that it's not just about the good projects, but it's the good people, the advisors, and the network around these teams that can actually do well. Because I think that right now in the market, we are seeing a shift where a very good advisor can mint out and sell out a project. We saw a couple of days ago, Deep Objects, 5,555 at a 0.05. Yano, shout out to my boy Yano, he was helping that project out, advising, sold that out, minted out sort of super fast, super quick. There are a whole bunch of projects that are doing quite well, that are kind of minting out and holding a decent floor after mint, and not just tanking, because of the people that are involved and how they are there. And the thing is, it's hard to point out these projects because the projects and the founders, yeah, they're good, they're interesting, but I find that they're good and interesting because of the people and the company that they surround themselves with. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, hopefully you liked it, hopefully you got a little bit of an insight into what I believe a good project is, and how a good project is only really a good project if it aligns with the values that you have, and if it's coming from a person that is similar to you in how you trade and how you navigate and how you move in the space. Thanks for watching. If you found value in this video, please consider hitting up that subscribe button, and while you're down there, also hit up the like button. If you enjoyed a little bit of a walk around in the park, I want to do more videos like this, something different, something to get my mind ticking, something a little bit different, so that hopefully it can kind of hammer a little bit deeper with you and come at you with a different perspective. If you're not following me on Twitter, jump over on Twitter, also on TikTok. I like posting a bunch of kind of upcoming alpha and things like that. Creating YouTube video is hard. Hours go into making the video, thumbnails, descriptions, titles, all that kind of stuff. On TikTok, you can throw it up really fast. I know that crypto Twitter and people on YouTube hate TikTok, but it's very easy, very fast to kind of get some stuff out there. It's almost like Twitter for video. Put something out, pump it out very fast, very easy. So hopefully you guys are having a great day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.